Hey everybody, I am Win and my wife Julie here.
And you are chasing the cops. Greetings from San Francisco, California, and happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
And happy Rice-A-Roni.
We have made it to our 6-month mark. It is now almost November 24th. We are approaching Thanksgiving, where we are headed to Reno, Nevada, and we wanted to give you guys a 6-month update of life out on the road in an RV.
We thought it was time to produce a top 10 list, if you will. I know those are popular, so we're going to give you the top 10 things that we have really enjoyed and loved being out on the road, and then also we're going to give you a top 10 list of things that we highly dislike on the road. So let's get started. Let's roll here. Number one of things that we absolutely love while being on the road is waking up whenever we feel like it. That's been cool.
It's pretty luxurious.
It's almost like being on vacation all the time, sort of. But you know, you have certain things you have to do during the day. But just setting our own schedule, waking up whenever we feel like it, that has been tremendous.
So our top 2 thing is we love boondocking or dry camping. And if you don't know what that is camping without the need to be hooked up to an electric system or a water source. I didn't think we would like it in the beginning. I thought I always needed a campground, but we're going to give you a little fun fact. We have been out on the road for 180 days. We have paid for 50 days, and we have been free camping or boondocking for 130 days. So we love this lifestyle.
I knew she would like it because she's very frugal, and once I got her comfortable with the idea, she loves it.
Okay, so number 3 is a personal one for me. I love that right now in our season of life, we have chosen homeschool with the 1-year travel in the RV. And so that means no car rider lines. Now, we didn't put our kids on a bus back in Charleston. I drove them every day and I picked them up every day. So this is my 1 year free of no car rider lines, no signing papers, no trying to pack lunches after they're in bed and trying to fit all the stuff needed for school. We are not stressed out about what time they go to school or what time they go to bed, and not stressed out about what time school starts in the morning.
Yep. So number four is we enjoy not having to rush. So this kind of goes along with setting our own schedule. We don't have to get up to an alarm every morning and jump in the car and get moving around or whatever. So we just take our time, and the few exceptions to that is if we're at a campground or whatnot, and we have to be out by a certain time if we're being really lazy and have to hurry up and pack up and get out of there. But we really enjoy just not having to rush.
Tell them your number 5 about driving.
Number 5, my favorite, is just being out on the open road. I wasn't sure I was going to like this as much, but I've been doing all the driving, and being out there just looking at the scenery and just driving has been really, really fun. It's been good. So I've really enjoyed that, surprisingly.
Especially when the kids have like iPads or puzzles or books to entertain them, then we can have nice long conversations. That's particularly really great.
Yep.
All right, so number 6, we love that, at least in our opinion, we think we picked the perfect RV for our family. We drive a 32-foot Coachman Freelander. This is a Class C driving motorhome. And we tow our GMC Terrain behind us with our Blue Ox tow bar. It has bunk beds for the boys, and then it has a bunk over cab for our daughter, and everything from the sink size to the bedding, the room situations. We really do appreciate so much the RV that we picked for ourselves. The generator, the furnace, everything is just, we love it for our family unit. Number 7, we love finding familiarities out on the road. We love locating a Chick-fil-A, a playground, a library, a park. I mean, this just makes us feel normal. So we are saying that we are living a very ordinary life in just an extraordinary way this year.
Very good. Very good. Next on the list is Monday mornings. So one thing I love about being on the road, and I tell my wife this often, we wake up on Mondays and we're out somewhere, wherever, middle of nowhere, and I look at her and say, you know what? we could be sitting in an office right now.
It does.
And we're not. So, really love that. Number 9 is we really, really highly enjoy our generator and our furnace. That was one thing I was nervous about being on the road, is keeping warm in the winter and then keeping cool in the summer. So our furnace works like a champ. It'll have you sweating in here like a sweat box. And then the AC, as long as our generator is functioning properly, which usually it is, then we can run our AC and keep ourselves nice and cool. So we really enjoy having those right here in our RV.
And our top 10 thing we love about this RV travel lifestyle is the flexibility. We can pick a new place every day, or we can stay at our same campground for a week. We can bring our house with us to every playground, park, or Chick-fil-A that we want to. We can carry our snacks with us at all times. We are not limited to just brown bag dinners at fast food restaurants. We just pull off on the side of the road and we can literally cook our own meals from our own kitchen. And then anytime the kids need to go to the bathroom while we're driving, I can get up, we can pull over to a safe spot without having to wrangle toddlers into rest stop bathrooms.
That's a big one.
This is beautiful. And our last but not least favorite thing about the RV travel is our flexibility. All right, so now we're going to kick off for you the top 10 things we do not like about the RV travel lifestyle. But today is November 22nd, and it is the premiere of Frozen 2. And we took our kids to see Frozen today. And just like Elsa loses her braid in this new movie and kind of lets the wild hair flow, so I have decided to do that as well.
Right. And Kristoff loses his common sense.
Here we go! Number 1.
Okay, number 1, things I do not like. This is the king of all, of course. Every male loves to get out of his RV and have to dump his tanks. So it's one of those necessary evils, but we're learning. But I get it done, and the biggest thing, though, is when you pull it to a dump station, sometimes there's fresh water available, but usually there's hoses there. There may be a spigot, but it's a non-potable source, which means you can't put it in your freshwater tank. It's only used for cleaning out stuff. So, yeah, that's kind of a pain. Finding fresh water is kind of not fun.
Number 2, the RV gets so messy. If you've ever lived in a tiny space, especially with tiny people and lots of them, everything gets cluttered. Everything gets cluttered. So, number 2, we do not like the mess and the clutter that happens hourly.
I have to sweep this thing constantly. All right, next thing is one-on-one time between my bride. So having children on the road and not really knowing a lot of people, depending on what state we're in, having a one-on-one date is very difficult, if not impossible. So we've had one date since we've been on the road, because some really good friends of ours took our youngins.
One date in 6 months.
Really awesome. It's really cool. Oh, that was my birthday. That was when I got sick. So
no, we had 2 dates then, because Kelly.
That's right. That's right.
Babysat for us in Arizona.
One didn't count because I was barfing.
Okay, gross.
Next one.
Number 3, we do not like how much campgrounds cost, i.e. why we have spent so much time out on the road boondocking, specifically out west. We were used to campgrounds costing $19, $20, or $25 in South Carolina, and out here campgrounds are maybe $45 without even hookups, $50, $60, $75. We have even paid one time, we paid $80 for a campground, but out on the California coast, they can go up to over $115 just for one night for a hookup.
Here in San Francisco, if you want to rent one for a month, it's twice our mortgage back in Charleston.
Ridiculous.
It was crazy. So anyway, we don't like that too much. Next one, this is number 5, smelly bathrooms and weird odors. It took me a good 2 months to really figure this out in our RV. I finally found some products that really helped out. The unfortunate thing about RVs is that they will get smelly if you're using them. So bathrooms, showers, plumbing, it gets stanky. So one thing I found, though, after doing some research, is a product called Eliminate. It's in a little yellow bag, and they come in these little wafers. Pull it out of the bag, drop the little wafer in your sink or your shower, run some hot water over it, and it gets that smell. It really does a great job taking that smell out, and that was a relief for me, just knowing that I wasn't, our RV wasn't stinking all the time like it was in the beginning. So we figured it out.
Number 6, we share a very tiny space, which means we share one closet, i.e. what's behind you. That's all of our clothes in one closet. And so we do not like that 3 little kids are constantly coming back to our room to get dressed, dropping their clothes all over the bed or the floor, and then having to get dressed out of our closet every day.
Little rascals. Yeah. Okay, so next one, this is number 7, getting into and out of gas stations. This causes some anxiety for me.
And me.
Driving the RV and pulling our car behind us. I don't know how many feet we are, but it's in the 40s something, so it's not a small rig. But pulling into a gas station and making sure you can get in and out without hitting anybody or hitting a tank without causing a spill, that kind of thing, is very important. So you never know what you're going to get into pulling into a gas station. You just kind of, there's an app that I've been using called Gas Buddy, and it will show you the cheapest gas in your vicinity within a couple of miles, which is really cool. So that's been helpful.
Number 8, I do not like homeschooling on travel days. Wind does 100% of the driving, and so if we do happen to have a long travel day and it does fall on a school day, I will refuse to sit back there with the kids and try to stand up and actually teach them. I'd rather just give them an educational something on their iPad, a book, a puzzle, a game to play, or something else they can do, even a movie to watch, rather than homeschool kids on travel day. I get seasick, get way too nauseous. It's just a really unpleasant thing. So we usually change up the homeschool for that day and do it in the afternoon after we have landed at our new site.
Number 9. Number 9 is the small kitchen space. We knew this was going to be an issue when we bought the RV, but we're okay with it. We've managed to make it work, but it'd be nice to have some more counter space, especially.
Yeah.
No doing the dishes space or just making food. Counter space is limited, so the only other option is to get a different RV, but I'm not going to do that, so we've kind of made it work.
And the number 10 thing that we really dislike about the RV travel lifestyle is that we do not have nearly the time on our hands that we expected to have. We definitely expected a 1-year leisurely fun road trip with all this free time. We packed plenty of books to read, thinking we were definitely, each of us, going to read 12 books a piece, a book a month. We were going to read our Bible. We were going to have excessive time to journal and pray. And the reality is we are still young parents of 3 small children. And so our best time for us extended Bible reading, journaling, or reading other books is first thing in the morning before they wake up. And guys, they wake up early. And late at night, which is how we're doing this video right now after they're all in bed asleep. And since we told you we love sleeping in, it is harder for us in the morning. So we put all of that time and effort into our togetherness time, our extended reading and Bible reading, just really late at night rather than having, I don't know, all day long like we thought we would. So there you have it.
That's our top 10 list of things we love, things we hate, and despite these things that we don't like.
Not hate, dislike.
Excuse me. Despite all these things that we highly dislike, we would not change a thing. We have really enjoyed our trip so far and the time we've spent with our youngins, and this has been quite an adventure, and we're looking forward to the next 6 months ahead, and we're going to continue the adventure. And
the reality is we have grown so much. We have learned a lot about ourselves and a lot about each other, and that has been fun to share with each other out on the road. So, hey, we missed getting the opportunity to update our Arizona video. We will have our California video coming up in the coming weeks. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We love you. And take care.
Adios.
Bye.